And welcome in to the Fun Astrology Podcast. Thomas Miller, thanks for joining us. We have a lot to do today, so let's get rocking and rolling. The first thing I wanted to do is talk just briefly for a moment about the course. And I know the course is not going to be our focus here. It's just, this was such a special time for me, so I want to thank you for letting me share my enthusiasm with you over this weekend's launch. You guys have responded just amazingly. But if you will, let me just update you really quick. And you betas that are already in, you betas, listen up, because the pot's getting ready to get sweeter. And for those of you who are thinking about it or wanted to maybe get in on the beta phase, but you've been waiting, you might want to go ahead and pull the trigger, because one of the things on my short list for this week is to implement a commission program. So you are going to be able to share the program with others and make money from it. And I'll tell you what the commission is going to be. It's going to be half. Half of the price you will be able to make by sharing it with others. So we're going to get that already working, and that might be a little beta exclusive until we open the course back up. But I just wanted to say that because we have plenty of people in the beta program right now, that probably we're going to go ahead and close it back up so that we can add more value, add more material, and get it more built out. More built out, more value, more content, more money. So it's going to cost more. But through this commission program, if you just know a few people that you can refer it to, you can get the course for free, because you'll get the commission back to cover the cost. Now, that's all the time I really want to spend on that now. I think you get the message, but pretty quickly you'll go back to the website and it'll be gone for a while. Just a while, but it will be gone. Okay, now let's talk about the sky, because we have plenty up there to talk about today. First of all, the exact square today between Mars and the nodes of the moon happened at 2:30 this morning. We've been talking about that, and it landed on today, and that is the bending of the nodes. We're talking about Mars being at the south bending of the node, meaning that there is just amplified internal urgency to do this karmic work. You know, this is how my crazy little mind thinks and looks at things. I ordered some stuff on Amazon this week, and typically here where I am in North Carolina now, even kind of out in the country, you get the next day or the day after. Now it's 4 days. 4 days down the line to get something from Amazon. Either they're having a labor shortage or they know something that we don't. I don't know. Whatever it is, we'll find out. Or maybe this new guy just doesn't think that urgency is that big of a deal. We'll see. But the point is, with the odds that we've had and this Mars squaring the nodes, it's just like we need to step into this work and embrace it, like we've been talking about. Now, let me hop over to the moon. I'm not going to take these necessarily in time sequence today. Let's talk about the moon, because it moves into Libra at 4:07, and that's after a fairly long all-day void of course. It goes void of course at 7:21 this morning. All these times are Eastern, and then goes all the way through 4:07 this afternoon. So you will have all the way from then until the next sign change, which is not until Friday night, to work on love, relationships, money, balancing, beauty, and connecting. I mean, connect safely, please, for goodness sakes, but connecting with others. So the moon in Libra through Friday. I guess we will take these in order now. Mercury then, a little while after that, 2 hours or so, moves into Virgo. 5:53 p.m. on that, just shy of 6 o'clock Eastern Time, Mercury goes back home to Virgo. Mercury rules Gemini. It also rules Virgo. So we've had a pretty happy Mercury, a pretty eventful Mercury, I would say, in Leo, but it's going to be a very happy at home, take your shoes off and prop your feet up in Virgo Mercury. Now that really changes the perspective of the chart when this takes place tonight, because now we have a superstellium really forming. With the sun on its way in about a week or so, we will have, and I'll give you these in backward order, like the farthest one through the sign first, Venus, which is already at 24 degrees. So Venus will be moving out quickly. Mars will be in there, Mercury, and then, of course, the sun in about 10 days. So when we do the episode on the sun's ingress into Virgo, we won't be kidding when we say it's Virgo season. So we've had quite a transit through Leo, a lot of heavy energy for a lot of people, and now that will all be shifting into Virgo Virgo rules the 6th house, which is the house of health. Virgo itself has quite a connection with health and healthcare and medicine, so we'll see. And we have one more aspect to talk about today that's exact, and speaking of, we just did Venus in Virgo trines Pluto in Capricorn. That energy should sound familiar. It's been with us since that yod back in the middle of July. Now, that trine has two really interesting aspects or sides to it. On the positive side, wow, eros, love, erotic, passion, sensuality, sexuality, transformational love. I mean, you go right on down the line. It is just the whole picture of the explosion, if you will, of sensuality. It could also affect money in almost a similar way, and it could affect your connection to nature in a similar way. Just incredible dynamics of that. Now, on the other side, we do have obviously the other side of the coin. If your relationship is otherwise weak, well, this might be the time to just move on. And that's probably painting it a little bit too lightly. I mean, in other words, a bad relationship could blow up. In fact, there could be wounding during this kind of an aspect on the shadow side. I mean, this is an aspect that you really want to cruise the positive side of, because the positive side is so positive. With Pluto's power and Venus's embodiments that we just listed, wow, can it ever be great? But if you get on the wrong side of it, just flip all of those over to the other side of the coin and take them to a dark side, and you can see where that's just not where you want to go. Fortunately, this is a trine, not a square, so we have the positive side of the coin working in our favor. Now this, and actually it has been working in our favor, because this aspect has been applying or moving closer for the last about 3 weeks. How long will it continue to be in effect? Count on it through the weekend. Actually, now as I'm laying this down and thinking about it, I'm going to be spending some time with this one, because this is a very powerful aspect, and it's a very positive aspect to get on the right side of. So I'm going to make sure my alignments with it are in order, and I would invite you to join me. All right, have a great day. We'll see you back tomorrow for TGI Thursday.